What's up? Welcome to the Jihun's Quick Facts. Today I'm gonna talk about the 18th Amendment, which also called Law Prohibition. Does anyone know what it is? No, don't say it yet. Let's talk about the background first. By the late 1800s, prohibition movements had sprung up across the US. Religious activities, famously women but also some men, blamed alcohol for violence and other problems that were affecting American families. They would take axes and other weapons and attack saloons or other places that stored alcohol, destroying all of it. The motivation for the 18th Amendment was inspired by these activists and their desire to make a better society by outlawing alcohol. The movement reached its apex on January 16, 1919, when Congress ratified the 18th Amendment. So, what is 18th Amendment about? 18th Amendment prohibited creation of alcohol, transportation of alcohol, and sale of alcohol. It basically has three sections. First section is saying selling, making, or bringing liquor into the country or U.S. territory will be made illegal. Second section is saying Congress can pass any laws. It needs to make sure that this law enforced and alcohol is not consumed illegally. Third section is saying this amendment needs to be ratified by 3/4 of the states within 7 years of it will become invalid. It allows for some alcohol to be kept as medicine and for research, and this was often exploited. I know what you're gonna ask me. If the 18th Amendment banned the alcohol, how do we still have the alcohol now? Well, 18th Amendment basically failed. It gave a rise to the gangsters of the 1920s that made a huge profit selling illegal alcohol. Such was this disaster that the government would finally agree to get rid of prohibition and the 18th Amendment 10 years later. In 1933, widespread public disillusionment led Congress to ratify the 21st Amendment, which repealed prohibition. One of the court cases about the 18th Amendment is Hawk versus Smith 1920. On January 7, 1919, the Ohio legislature voted to approve the 18th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution. The legislature's action upset many Ohioans, prompting them to call for referendum to repeal the legislature's approval of amendment. The Ohio Supreme Court ruled against the amendment's supporters, but on appeal, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled that Ohio voters could not overturn the state legislature's approval of prohibition by popular referendum. Now we got to take a quiz. It's not my favorite part. Anyway, let's do this. True and false. The 18th Amendment is the only amendment to be repealed from the Constitution. Answer is true. Thank you for watching.